Welcome back to the Grael Podcast. I'm Joe.
I'm Michael.
And this week is all about the Weekly Waffle. We have been seeing plenty going on. We've got loads of news to talk about, loads of little controversial topics we want to talk about. So yeah, here we go. Right then, how's Grael been? How's things?
Alright, busy as usual.
Yeah. Chocker.
Obviously Easter coming up. Probably been and gone by the time this comes out, but...
Got the bank holiday,
Good Friday. Yeah, so it's been a busy time. And obviously the weather's been sound as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, everyone's getting excited for 10 minutes, weren't they?
Yeah. That's our summer done now, isn't it? Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely freezing again now. I reckon 16, 17 degrees, weren't it? 16.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing, you know, when coming back to it now, back to this little Liverpool weather, that was my winter. Whilst we were away, 16, 17 degrees, that's what everyone's crying about. That's your winter. Everyone's like, it's freezing here. Come home, everyone's getting made up about it. Nah. So yeah,
that's it.
That is it. Grael then, how's it been?
Yeah, sound. Just plodding on, the usual.
Much through the door? What have you had in?
What's been going on this week or the last few weeks? Do you know what? It's a mad one because someone came the other day and we were just chatting about like shoes in general and what we're getting through, expecting like, you're getting all your Dior's and all that type of thing.
Yeah.
And you think about it now, it hasn't half changed. Like,
really?
Yeah, because I think it's changing the what people wear to go out now.
Okay.
Like I think everything's changed in the whole concept of. You remember like your weekends are always for going out, getting bladdered on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
always.
whatever it be. But people are more interested in like the daytime stuff, in my opinion now. Like
smart cash.
Yeah, so you're getting like your New Balance and your Asics and stuff like that because the day drinking, if they're going out.
And you're getting away with wearing them.
Yeah.
In these places.
100%.
Yeah.
So you're getting more of that coming in now. And then, like, I know we spoke about it before, but the other like style of shoe, like the more smarter shoes, you're getting more of like your cleans and your hands and stuff like that, which are your sort of cheaper designer now, and it's gone that way where people are not paying. You still, don't get me wrong, people are still paying.
Yeah, there's a small population,
but not as much as what they wear. People are quite happy to look smart rather than go, oh, he's wearing Dior or Louboutin or something.
A bargain's celebrated, innit? Like if you're getting a pair of wheels for $149.99
and they look smart, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you can't argue with it.
You look at the like cleans and hands, they're virtually putting out the same shoe, if you get what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
And we spoke the other day about a pair of shoes that you said, have you got onto them webs that Cleans just put out there? Nice time, and straight away I went, what, them Cole Buxton ones that have been out for 2 years?
You're on it fast, ain't you?
Literally, like, I know that if you want to have a look at them, they're like identical, but it's mad how they can put the exact same shoe out.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
it's just without the branding.
It's mad. The same colour.
Oh, have they done
the
that?
The black and the off-white was the first version of the Cole Buxton he brought out. It's identical. But it's like, they can put them out, but the two different ends of the spectrum on the price as well. Like, I think the Cole Buxton's about a one or more.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. So why not go for the Cleans? Because you're getting the same shoe, 100%. The same laces and everything.
Can't argue with them there. And I said that in the last episode there, in terms of like, when I come back, I had this glamorous mindset of getting back into the second hand and whatever. And for me, I've noticed it's just gone too far right. So, you bigger brands, your established brands, your Dior, your Balenciaga, whatever you want to wear, them type of brands have just gone too far. So you've got to get about £800 to about £1,000 out to go and get a pair of shoes from these companies now. So as soon as they go that far, you narrow down your audience straight away, because it's very rare that people are happy to spend that amount of money on them, which creates this so-called gap. So now I've got a gap in the market, and Arnie and Cleans and them type of brands have just flew cleaning, no pun intended. They flew straight in there and literally offered you, as you've said, a smart shoe for 149 quid or whatever it is, and who is not going to buy it? Everyone's going to buy it. Everyone's wearing them, and you can't take anything away from them. But that's when you then, in our experience and in what we're doing, you're looking at it and you're cleaning it and you're dealing with all these problems, and you're like,
well, that's
where's the quality gone?
Yeah, that like, it is one of them. You're getting a shoe, and it's like, don't get me wrong, for the money you're paying compared to
like Dior's
it's not that bad. But then the other side of it is like, And this is where I'd love to do this as a job, as part of Grael or whatever it be. It'd be sort of like a consultant as such to brands, like footwear brands, to say, this is what's good on your shoe, because this is what's bad. This is the faults we get all the time coming in off those shoes that you're putting out.
Well, I think, sorry to interrupt you genuinely, but there's no one in this city that I'm aware of, and I'd like to say I know a little bit about my club and whatnot. There's no one in this city who deals with as many shoes as you do, or have made as many mistakes with these shoes as you do, or lessons learned or whatnot. But you genuinely, you know what I mean? The amount of shoes you've dealt with in your time.
I've learned the hard way sometimes on shoes, but that's the only way you can learn sometimes.
It is, isn't it?
And it's been rectified, don't get me wrong, or whatever, but it's like there's a certain sole that cleans and irons use that just do not clean.
What do you mean?
So basically you get your white sole and blah, 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 you wear it, and then they just start to discolour or they get marks on. Yeah. And generally with any sole of a shoe, like a white sole of a shoe, you can get them off, but these just seem to sink in.
Is that a quality issue?
I would say so, because the earlier versions of the same shoe, but they've changed the sole. So these new soles that they put on, you see it all the time, like discolouring, the marks not budging, and then you then get the issue is that, like, obviously you have to explain that to the customer and what have you. Yeah. But then obviously you want your shoe looking the best it can. Yeah. Now, one of the things you see then, and this is not to put any other shoe cleaner down, is they'll go to another shoe cleaner and go, oh, we can fix that. They just slap a big load of paint all around it. But then they come back to me then because that paint's chipped off after 5 minutes, and you're like, I've got
and now you're taking a whole layer of paint off and you've still got that mark on that sole.
But then other styles of their shoes that they do have different soles on, which are absolutely flying. Like, got no problem at all cleaning them. They come up like gleaming white. Yeah. So it's one of them where you're like, if you just stopped using that sole or made the sole out of the same material as you're using the other one, then
you'd be right.
You're sorted. Yeah. You haven't got that issue. And then there's other ones where we get so many, I think it's a pair of irons, a style of irons, where you get a rip around the toe in the suede because it's just a dead weak point of the shoe.
They're smart as well then.
Yeah, but it's like the same thing every time, the same rip in the same place. Yeah. So if you could go to them and go, we're getting all these, you probably got complaints on it. This is what's happening. This is how you could rectify it. You just need to put some support underneath. It's simple as that. Yeah,
and it's only kind of you who would see that, because the average consumer is not necessarily paying that much attention, are they? 149 quid, yeah, sound, done, ruin them. I just get another pair. Sound, it doesn't matter. It is genuinely like that. And that goes into that little industry I started in with the second-hand stuff. You've got probably had about 500 decent customers who'd be coming and going all the time, selling stuff, swapping hands with this, swapping hands with that. Whereas now, your ego's kind of a little bit, it's like, nah, I'm not taking them Arnie shoes in there anymore kind of thing. So no one's going to come and bring the Arnie shoes to you to sell them for 30 quid. Better know I'll buy them 30 quid and I'll still sell them for 50 quid somewhere. That's just what I do. But at the end of the day, they're kind of then just going, maybe side tack to your Birds Vinted, or they're going in the bin, or they're going there. So that second-hand market is kind of just narrowed down as well straight away, and you're then left with just that proportion of mainly women. You've still got a small proportion of men doing it, but mainly women, as the vast majority of women's handbags and luxury designer goods are gifts. They're not necessarily something that you will go out and buy. Now, every now and then, and whatever, they will treat themselves, and there is a small population of women who will earn that money and go and get that bag or get whatever. But as it is a gift, or it's being bought for them or whatever, the genuine care for it isn't there. So when selling it, they're like, oh yes, that still takes $7.50 for that. So you'll always have the women's thing ticking over, whereas the men's,
well, that's the thing. It's the fashion thing. Like, and I'm a lot older than you two, so back in my day, you would go out, and if you've got to wear something designer, like, I know it, obviously when I first met you, it was still a similar thing.
Oh yeah,
like,
you had the
Missoni
big,
and all that type of thing.
That?
Or Gavinci,
the Rottweiler, like, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, that was it.
But it's sort of moved on from that now, so as long as you look smart and look good, you could have something bought from Primani, like we just pointed out.
Now then, Primani is finest in the fairy number.
Yeah, so you could have something like that, no one would ever question you. Yeah. But when I was younger, if you had something which you bought from, like, Ethel Austin, which is now obviously nowhere, like, you'd be skittered big style.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is a big thing that's changed, I think. Yeah. I don't know if people just don't care anymore, or
I think
The
a
clothes are
bargain
actually, the clothes
celebrates.
getting
Well, that's
better.
what I mean. You can buy off as long as it looks good, independent all the way. Like people are more interested in buying off these independents because they're getting something that they like the look of, and everyone go, "That's nice."
Yeah.
Not even probably go, "Where's it from?"
Mm.
Or if they did, it'd be like, "I got it from a little store online." Sound that?
Yeah.
Where
It
did
is.
before? It'd be like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
Messing, aren't
what are
you?
you wearing there?"
And that genuinely, I think a big part of that was Reese's head designer moved to Marks and Sparks there, and he's made what's it autograph in it?
Marks and Sparks is the
I
nicest
love
stuff going.
Marks and Spencer clothes.
And now
It's amazing.
autograph's the
It
best
is.
thing ever.
It's
Whereas
amazing
you go
and
back a couple
affordable,
of years
yeah.
back, Marks and Sparks, you go,
Yeah.
that joins George, F&F, all
Yeah, it
that's
does,
over
yeah.
there. You
I'm
know what I
embarrassed
mean?
to tell
I
you.
literally
That's it.
bought, like, I ended up being 4 t-shirts, all the exact same t-shirt the other day. 2 from Reese, 2 from Marks', the autograph ones.
Yeah.
20 quid on the autograph, 50 quid on the Reese, the exact same t-shirts, and they come, and literally the only difference is there's a little autograph label, like
Yeah,
identical material and everything. I'm just like, what am I doing?
It's
Yeah.
that mercerised material.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's something to do with the fibres when it's getting created. And I won't bore you with it, but that's how it is. You've either got like a proper mercerised made tee, or you get a cheaper version where it's kind of like a layer of that shiny little thing you see.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
that sits on top of your fabric, and then it just washes off. But that's all it is. It's a mercerised t-shirt, a cotton one, that's costing about... It depends how big you are and how many you're ordering, but either way, it's costing about £5, and everyone's just...
Sorry, did you just
loving it.
say the head of Reese? What was it?
So the head of Reese is their designer. So the head
Yeah,
designer
yeah, yeah.
of Reese, he's then taken the step over
To Marks'?
Spencer's.
That's
Right.
why Marks', all the stuff is
Amazing,
virtually
yeah.
identical to
Reese?
Reese, but like
Yeah,
for
yeah,
half the
yeah.
price, if not less.
Wow.
And I'm not arguing
Did
with
not
it. I
know
was
that.
in there the other day. Me and Arcambo were walking around, bored as anything in there the other day, and I said, word for word, these are missing a gym sport range. If these get a gym sport range in there that's half like a Lululemon with no logo, I don't need to go anywhere else other than Marks and Spencer's and Uniqlo.
Yeah.
That's something.
Yes.
Derek's butty shop.
Ethan.
Class what they've just had pop up. They're doing a collaboration with Uniqlo for the opening of the Liverpool store on the 24th. So
what,
they
like
start
clothes?
doing their own t-shirts and stuff like that. Massive for
Ah,
them.
yeah.
So I was listening to him. He starts the butty shop out of going to New York or something along the lines. He's had a decent butty there, and he's seen like there's nothing like this back at home. He's come home all the way back here, opened up this shop, and now Uniqlo, for me personally, are probably one of the biggest brands.
Yeah.
I love them.
I
I'm
love them,
always
lad.
in there, and he's got a top opening up on the 24th.
Mad that, like, obviously done that, Derek's. That's what I was going to do before Grael. I went to New York, went to a little deli, literally got a butty with about 15 slabs of meat on. And I was just
Diabetes on a butty,
that's
innit?
boss. But it was like $8 with a can and a little pack of crisps or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You can't argue with that.
No.
And I thought that'll absolutely smash it back here, but I thought I can't do food again.
Dangerous out there for the food, innit?
Yeah.
Shout out to Ethan though, he's absolutely smashed it with Derek's.
Yeah.
So he actually done a show on Swara about 4 years ago. He's one of our first residents.
Oh yeah.
Ethan.
No, wait, what's he
Yeah.
play then?
He used to do, they actually used to do like a show based off like films. So it was music
Film
that's been in
tunes?
films, yeah, like, and he talk about the films and he
like
talk
that.
about the music, and it was, you know what, it was dead good. So
Yeah.
shout out to Ethan because he's absolutely smashed it.
Yeah, he has. I know what, funny enough, I took one of his caps the other day. He got this little, what was on the side?
Ah, it was boss, that
Gabagool or
Gabagool,
something.
yeah, yeah.
The Gabagool
Belter
one, yes.
At
Yeah, 'cause obviously
28
he
quid or
loves Sopranos,
something.
don't he?
Boss.
Yeah.
Like Sopranos are unreal, so he had to actually base it all around that as well.
It's amazing, yeah, he smashed it.
Yeah.
They're in the news at the minute anyway, aren't they, these Americans? There's all sorts going on.
Oh,
The
yeah.
tariffs or something in it, the lads. What's going on here, eh?
It's
you
all
seen
mad,
it?
innit? Obviously, Trump. Like, you're either or you're hating me very Marmite.
He's a proper character, him, isn't he?
But like, China aren't backing down, and he's not backing down with all these tariffs and all that. So China have now come out and gone, right, Sam, we'll just blow you out the water and tell everyone where all your designer goods are being made.
We need them now.
Well, whether it's legit or not, I don't know. So they've done videos and put them all over the socials, showing their factories making all the designer goods. But obviously, where's like duplicate country
Yeah.
central is China, then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone, that's where you can get all your jag stuff. But they're saying they make all the stuff for the designers that then shipped over to America or like Europe, and they're just packaged there or labelled there.
Yeah.
Like, and it has been a thing which has potentially
true.
been done for years. Yeah,
That is true.
they do make them, the factories, they send them over. Whatever, Valentino or something like that will
Yeah.
put a label on it and go, Yeah, that was made in Italy.
And then everyone's like, yeah, it's 250 quid.
Yeah, 250 quid made.
So with the
Yeah,
tariffs-
you know.
What a Valentino
With the
topic.
tariffs, I've just looked it up because it was confusing. So there's usually like a 10% tax on, like a 10% tariff, whatever. So you pay 10 quid, you're paying £1. He's put China's up to 145%.
Nice.
So if they're buying a $10 product, it makes the total cost to $24
Oh no.
with the tax.
Everyone's
that's
like
like-
fuming on Shein.
So he's doing it because he wants people to buy American goods. That's why he's doing it.
What's America goods though?
He wants,
tell me
he
one
wants the
American
Americans
good
to
you
buy the homegrown goods. So
Yeah.
whatever that may be.
buys
But
them.
imagine it must cost tenfold to make whatever that is in America than it would China.
But like everyone gets everything from China. So anyone who's got businesses in America going, right, are now just like, my business has gone overnight.
No matter what you're doing now, you look around you, something around you's made in China somewhere along the
100%.
line. No matter what. It's
Yeah.
just absolutely frightening. So to absolutely ruin all that is just mind-boggling to me. I haven't got a clue enough about politics to try and go anywhere, but I just know Trump's a proper businessman who only cares about the money in his country.
And his country,
Proper
yeah.
America, and he right the way to out. But I'm reading the news and looking at it going, nah, I haven't got a clue here. I'll leave that for you two brain boxes there. The boys.
So I don't know that much about it, but you can't miss it these days because
Yeah.
just all over the news. It's all over everything. My phone, I just can't miss it.
You
It's a
can't
bit
dodge
like-
it, can you?
We were saying, going on about America again, the I don't even know what you call it, the Katy Perry
Oh,
Jeff.
this is laughable.
going
Go
over, up into space for the day or whatever it was, and then everyone's calling it fake.
Did she though? Did she go to space?
I'm
or was it
on
just a
the
boss
I'm on the
green screen?
fake team
You're on the
fake me.
side.
I'm on
I've
team
seen that
fake.
video. Like,
Yeah.
so there's a video
Yeah.
gone out, and it shows them coming in to land, and it shows the, if you call it a spaceship or whatever it is, coming into
Yeah.
to land on
Bit
the
of tin.
ground.
Yeah.
And then there's like all your camera crews and all that there, and then it cuts to another camera. So you've got this half egg shaped thing with windows in what they were all in.
Cooped up in.
Yeah. And this is pressurized, so that door needs to be, the whole thing needs to be depressurized, then you open the door.
Yeah.
So they've got outside waiting for the people inside. There's, what's his name, Jeff?
Bezos,
Yeah,
there.
he's there because his wife's on it.
He's got me to tell
And
him.
then there's this woman. So they're obviously all stood outside, but then I don't know if Noah can pull the thing up and like show this little scene.
I'll put it over the video.
Yeah.
Genius.
You literally just see like the girl go to this woman go to the door. Now this door, as I said, needs to be unlocked from the outside because it's all locked in, it's all pressurized. But then the door just slightly opens from someone on the inside, and she's clearly there going, trying to pull the door back shut. And then they give something to that Jeff fella, and he's there just trying to unlock the door. But then as he's trying to do it, the door just magically opens dead
He
easy.
fucked it.
And then they all come out, and it's like, oh, come on.
Stupid. I don't reckon we've ever been me. Controversial lad or what? We've never been to the moon.
I think
and all that
I think
nonsense,
America
yeah.
faked it, in the race
Yeah, that's
with
too
Russia.
close to the American one.
I'm getting me tinfoil hat on here, like, but I'm telling you now, it's all waffle. It is proper waffle.
When you're seeing,
no
like, the
one's
flag-
been the moon and that.
Flag flapping around
Innit?
and shit
It's
like
just,
that. Yeah.
oh, no way.
No.
You could talk about them for hours on end, couldn't you? The amount of nonsense that's happened over the years that people have been made to believe.
Yeah, I don't know how they thought he'd get away with something like that these days.
It's too big, innit? The two...
Was it what he might have got away with it actually if they weren't absolutely idiots and opened the door before 2
Yeah.
minutes?
No, that was just,
That's
it's
just
so
the
funny.
proper schoolboy, that, innit?
So funny, like, yeah, it's pathetic, but America for you, innit? You know what I mean?
They're fucking nuts out there. They are.
Any of you's actually ever been to America? Like,
Yeah, I said a little bit in the last one there. I finished my GCSEs on a Friday, and then on the Sunday, literally, me granddad and all that had been saving up a few quid for me for years, and then they just put it all into me going to New Jersey. It was, well, flew into JFK, and then I stayed with my dad's mates for a few months and whatnot out there. They was just
what?
coaching. So I was just coaching as well and learning and playing
what footy
footy.
coaching?
Yeah, trying
yeah.
to. So we were going to tournaments in Philadelphia. We were going here, there, and everywhere. And then that was mad. We stayed in New Jersey, stayed in Philadelphia. Philadelphia's boss. Philadelphia,
yeah?
unbelievable. You name it, it's boss. The food, the sights to see, the people, the places to go for the bevy and whatnot was boss. I remember I was only, I was being 16, 15. I was only young. my dad's mate said, come on, you'll have a few hours and that. It's completely illegal, isn't it? It's 21 or something, aren't they?
Yeah.
I have a baby. And got me on the Modelo's. I'd never even heard of a Modelo. It's like proper eye-open. I love a Modelo now. It's a boss beer. So that was that. And then I come back after a few months, and that was just loads of experiences in there. It was massive eye-opener. And then I'm in the Liverpool Football College. Now in there, they have a little trip that takes you to certain places. I think they've got a few more on now. I genuinely highly recommend it. Boss College if you bang into your footy. And then from there, they took us to Dallas. I'll be brutally honest with you here, like, we did not win one game. Not one. I was staying with one of my best mates, David. So me and David were staying together with this German kid. And they were from Germany, this family. I've got a story about this already. So we were from Germany, this family, right? And they moved to America or whatever. They got this big boss house, and they ended up housing all the kids who come over for the tournaments. He was boss, absolutely boss. But we were just getting bladdered in this tournament. We were getting pattered everywhere. And I remember it was dead windy. All these Americans, just big, dead hard, strong. We're just the famous scousers who were decent on the ball, you know what I mean? So we were like, yeah, I had a place here. After a few games, we half get the gist, we're not getting anywhere. So we just started partying with all these Americans and just having a laugh, beer pong everywhere. You name it, we done it with all these Americans, all these cheesy ones. It was hilarious. But that was that, and that was kind of when like Trump was getting in and whatnot as well. Then so we've seen a little bit of it there, and they're just absolutely nuts. So Dallas is like, I don't know, they're heavily Trump, aren't they?
Texas.
So that was, they were just proper Trump. And that was kind of my experience in there, in Dallas and Texas and whatnot. But it was a bit younger through it all, and it was there for a purpose, or it was there for football, or it was there for something. I'd like to go back now and just put about 2 stone on or something, just go and eat everything, because this is all it's going in. It's loads of food, loads of boss places to see. So, yeah, I kind of would love to go back, but yeah, there's a fucking boss in it.
I was actually in the Dallas Cup as well.
Yeah.
That's my first time I went to America, but we got to the semi-finals.
Oh, there we go.
We didn't get beat all the time like you, Joe. I was with Liverpool Football College. Mad.
Oh,
yeah, when you were saying that, I was thinking that's mad. I went to Liverpool Liverpool Foundation College, Dave Rowe, yeah.
Them, yeah.
But I went there when I was about 18. So I finished college. I finished sixth form.
Yeah.
I hated it. Just fucked it all off. Failed all my exams, whatever. Went and got a job for a bit, but then I wanted to go to America to play footy.
Yeah.
So I had to go to college for a year. So I ended up going to that Liverpool Foundation College, Dave Rowe and that. Went there for a year, but we went out to the Dallas Cup, yeah. We had a fucking unbelievable team.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if you're on to Elliot Neve.
Yeah.
I think he's at Gillingham now.
Yeah, we know Grant's one of our customers, his brother.
Well, there you go. And he was in that. We had an unbelievable team. Ended up getting to the semis, getting to the semi-finals.
But the year we went, we just got proper tethered. But then the year above us, I think they took like 2 or 3 teams or something that year. The year above us, there's some proper players in there. You've got John McGrath, he was a better player for Marine on the left wing. Jack Hazelhurst playing up front.
I was in that was the team I was in.
Yeah?
I think so. How old are you?
I'm 20, this is weird, 24, 25 this
year.
I
played with Jack, I played with
Steve-O,
John,
centre-half.
Played with Steve-O.
Cam Glennon, right back.
That doesn't ring a bell. But Elliot was up front in that team now. Was that not that year?
No, I don't think so.
I was playing with all them.
So
I was playing with John. I was playing with Jack, Steve-O, centre-half. Oh, who else was in that team?
Owen Whelan, keeper.
The keeper, the ginger lad. Yeah, unbelievable. I was in that team, so.
Yeah,
but as I said, Elliot Nevitt was the striker, so we went there. That might have been like the year after. But we all went to Dallas there, and
we went there. 2017.
Got to the semi-finals. So I went to America in 2016, so that would have been like 2015.
And how long were you there for?
I ended up living in America for 4 years then after that.
So how long did you do that when you were playing? Was it the first year and then you moved on to something else, or?
Which one? I went to play in the Dallas Cup with the Liverpool lads at the year before, and then ended up moving out to America. I got
the scholarship.
I got the scholarship, yeah. I got a scholarship for playing there.
Yeah.
So I'm school was paid for.
When you moved there, what are you doing then?
I'm just going to university.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
University. So you turned up to the Dallas Cup, yeah?
Yeah.
Took the piss, right? Yeah. Someone's being stood on the line and went, he's mustard.
Do it in an American accent for
That didn't happen to me, Dad. I was playing beer pong and all that nonsense, right? Yeah. I genuinely, I remember getting through on right back or something. I said, what is going on here? What's his name? John Keegan or something was the manager. boss fella, and he just put me on. Like, nah, just wearing it anyway. But nevertheless, we had a few with us who were getting offered full rides, or they were getting offered little scholarships here and there, because there's just loads of scouts on the line, and a few of them turned it down. I remember, and so I was like, "What are you turning that down for?" That was my dream at the time. So obviously, then he snatched it, and then that's a full university qualification
just a degree
on certain topics, innit? What were your topics?
I was playing footy every day. It was like the best thing I've ever done. Like it was as close to being a professional footballer as I'd ever be.
It is, innit? Yeah.
I was going to school like in the morning, and we'd train every day at like 2:00, and it was just like it was hot there. Like it was like 40 degrees. Midsummer Oklahoma.
At the end of it, like
got me a degree. Yeah.
Did you? Yeah.
So I regret it now a little bit, but I done sports management.
Right.
Because I was just thinking, I just want to play footy.
Yeah.
So I picked like something sport related, but pretty simple, and it was so easy. But I wish I picked something harder now. But it's easy to say that now. Yeah. I just wanted to play footy, and I did. I played footy every day for 4 years.
I think that was like growing up though for us as like Liverpool lads or whatever you want to call us. I'm 2000. I think from the 80s, 90s, 2000, early 2000. It's just footy. And if it isn't footy, then you're like, what do you like then? Like, what did you get up to? You know what I mean?
Nah,
we were all footy. Every single one of us. Yeah.
Middle of winter, you're using like, it'd go dark early, wouldn't it? I remember, Garston Park.
4:00.
Yeah. And I'd come home and I'd be covered, and when I say shit, I'd literally have shit on me. Dog shit on me. Mum's like, you've got it all over you again. Like, it's hard.
We won.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
That is it though, innit? It's long gone now. And last time I seen someone down the street, there's a gang of kids playing footy there.
Yeah.
You just don't see it, do you?
Nah.
It's unbelievable. Like we were saying last week, getting them off the game's the hardest thing. It really is. Yeah, never getting them out of the house playing footy like you were, rolling around dog shit.
It is mad how much it's changed.
We had a pair yesterday.
Yeah.
We did, didn't we? It was like a pair. What were they?
It was a pair of 110s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Black 110s.
Is that your first? So the old
No, it's a bit of a mad one in there, because like, I can't tackle that. Like, there's very little that knocks me sick now when it comes to like shoes, but still, someone comes in with that on them, I'm just like, but like the lads who do the soles or whatever, straight in there, no problem.
Yeah, credit to them, innit? Without the lads in there, it's
the worst shoes I had, didn't I, to you the other day?
Yeah, we've had, you know what? There's the worst, but the ones behind it are very close. We've had loads of stinkers in there.
Do you know Dior B22s?
The chunky Dior that everyone loved for ages.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I had a pair of them, and the lad had been to Ibiza, and he, in a party somewhere in Ibiza, got stabbed in the arse. So it's bled all down his leg and just like puddled into his traps, like. But what he did is he took them home, obviously got seen to it all like that, took them home, wrapped them in a bin bag, and then just put them in his case. And then like come home like 2 weeks later, brought them into me. So he'd just been festering in this bin bag, like with blood. Mate, if I could describe anything that's ever smelled like rotten flesh, which I've never smelled, but if I think it was going to smell like that is it. It was horrendous. And I'll actually be honest with them, because they were all black ones with the white sole.
Yeah.
I took them back to ours, and I just put a hose pipe on them. Yeah. I had to rinse them out, just to and it was just red, just running out them for ages.
Oh, no.
And then after that, like, until it ran clear, then I left them, but the smell wouldn't go. Just no matter what I did, I couldn't get rid of the smell. It was just embedded in it. It was horrendous.
That's his own doing that, leaving them for 2 weeks. You think you just lashed them in the sea or something? Give them a swill.
Just get them gone. But that's it though. We like to sit there and say with Grael, there's nothing there's too much, you know what I mean? We can deal with any shoes, any bags, but come on now.
The thing is as well,
there's a fine line.
Like, you find so much in shoes as well. So you can, it sounds so mad, you can find stuff out about people with the shoes. So like when someone brings in a pair that they've been sick on, you can tell if it's theirs or you can tell if it's someone else's.
Random.
So if it's in between both equally, it's theirs. So they're in between the legs, just like, you know what I mean?
That is experience speaking there, innit?
If it's on the outside and you go, oh, my mate was sick to me, you can imagine it, this being sick there, so it's splatting that way.
And it's just all on the right and the left hand side.
Fair play. But then you found so much as well. Like, we found, what did we found the other day? We found a knife.
What?
Underneath an insole.
Stop it.
Yeah, and you're just like, oh, what am I doing here? What's
this?
That's
rough,
so
that.
Just got rid of that straight away. Just like, so, but then.
Down for you these days.
Yeah, found so many drugs, it's unreal.
Yeah?
Yeah. Little bags, little tablets, yeah.
Phones, soft.
Phones, phonograph phones.
Yeah?
Yeah. What weird one time, we're literally there and, you're like, what's that noise?
It weren't kicking off.
It was ringing upstairs, found it, and I was like,
Shot on there, lad, you missed it.
Phone the lad. Pregnancy tests. Weren't pregnant.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's bizarre. Nah, you don't put that in a shoe. Don't put a pregnancy test in a shoe unless you're down the ladder or something, aren't you? That'd be a belter to uncover that.
Sex toys, found a sex toy one time.
You haven't.
In a web?
Yeah.
What, like fold the shoe or just a little cheeky vibrator?
Just a little one.
Little 12 incher.
Yeah,
But,
come on
I
now.
put that in Gianluca's pocket.
You would have loved it.
No, I actually did. He didn't know, he took it home. He had to get rid.
Cracker.
Yeah, found loads.
So you still getting loads of 110s and that's still coming in?
Yeah.
Always?
Probably most popular one, still to this day.
Really?
Yeah. Probably going to get more now, obviously, the new drops of everything.
See them? Queuing up?
Mate, would you do that?
No, have you not got nothing better to do than queue up?
Where was the queuing up?
really want them
Outside JD, like 24 hours before. All overnight.
Well,
Camping?
Camping chair, the lot. Proper camping chair, the works, they were proper signed up for it. Yeah,
But do you think that's for them, or do you think that's because they were selling them on? Because I know, like,
Make some money off them.
Block P there.
Yeah.
He was basically saying to anyone, come and get them, like sell them back to me. I'll give you a little bit extra, and I'll give you a pair of his slippers as well, just so we could get them, because they were going for like over 4 ton.
Fair play to Charlie there. Cannot fault that.
What's the retail price?
180,
9.5, I'm gonna say 175 or something.
I think they were 180, 190. Yeah, that's what they are now.
110.
Not 95, like you used to call them still.
Yeah, because they are Air Max 95s. That is what they actually are.
Such a wool thing to say.
Isn't it? Bad wool, you lad.
Yeah, so that's what you want to say it. But I hate that. They are that, so call it that. They're not 110 anymore.
You walk around town and you'll get like 90 to 10 on people
Oh, easy.
going.
Yeah, I'm in few. And do you know how I'm stating few anyway? I've never had a pair. I never have, never will. Because as I let the secret out the bag the other week, I'm still a size 6. And I just think I look daft in them.
I tried one time. I think it was in front of you, I'm sure it was. They just laughed.
Didn't feel
I
right.
just look so stupid. I've never
If you've got it or you
shoe,
haven't.
if you go
I had a
down.
pair of like, with obviously the normal ones with like the blue lining. And do you know what? I used to love them, to be fair.
Did you? Yeah.
There's probably when I was, do you know what it was?
You're tall as well, though. You pull them off.
Yeah,
Like,
when I was in the Pool College it was. I
Yeah.
used to wear them every day today thinking, like, I'm fucking
Good boy.
I'm sick,
the John Eddie in me.
Yes, now Stevie G there in the middle.
Yeah.
Don't mind
no,
it.
do you know what? I actually thought, like, one day they would die off, do you know what I
Same.
mean? But they just don't. They know what they're doing with them.
But for
People
me,
still
like,
want
I
them.
care, like you do, I care about shoes and fashion or whatever. So I appreciate the story behind them. I appreciate the different materials that are in there, implementing the bubble, the technology used, all this nonsense. Class, brilliant. When I see them cool with a pair of loose kecks or a different colour, I'm like, you know what? They're belters then. But when you've just got the same ones that everyone's got on and everyone's charging you Bruce these on Instagram for, I just leave it over there. For me personally, I am not that guy. Never have been, never will be.
I've seen the pictures like Ronaldinho though and
That's
and
what you think,
Ronaldo
that's quite sick, actually.
back in the day
Got
with
me,
the trackies on, and it's like that is
The full
That's
Brazilian
mustard,
squad.
innit?
Yeah.
They're sat on the bench. That is
Yeah,
one of the
yeah,
best
yeah.
pictures.
It is one of
ever,
the best
innit? They
pictures,
just
yeah.
sat there like that. The proper boys
Yeah.
with the one benners on. You can't argue. You seen the boots? Oh my!
110 boots.
Here we go.
I think they're quite sick, to be honest. I'm sure. I know this again will be already been done, but
Yeah.
Mbappe's wearing them against Arsenal, premiering them tonight. Like,
They look good. They look cool. You've got to be a serious player to wear them now.
are they going to be retailed, or are they just
I don't
literally
know.
made for him?
Scouts
because of
about
this
sound
drop.
and sound and them.
Scouters will. You know, I'll
Oh, yeah, they actually will. Well, yeah, talking about that, then have a look at the. And I'm waiting for the scouts one to bring them in, just because they're there. The Louis Vuitton footy boots.
So you can buy them. You can buy the 110. The
Go on, how much
110s.
they
Yeah.
going for?
265.
Ooh, not far off.
Yeah.
You can
Have
buy
you got
them. Yeah.
laces?
Yeah.
All right.
They actually look sick.
I think they look good.
It's
They
like
look cool. I'm
yeah.
not eating it. I'm just saying you've got
Because
to
they've
be a
actually
serious
incorporated
player.
a lot of the 110
Yeah, no,
into it, the
it's
neon.
cool.
yeah, it does. It looks
And
good.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I appreciate the design and how you put it together and everything like that. I can't take anything away from that. But I'm fucking black boots in the centre mid or something there. No, that ain't me. No way, shape,
If I
or
see
form.
someone in a pair of 110 footy boots playing against them, I'm doing my hardest to
nail him, lad.
Snap the legs.
Absolutely nail him.
It just is what it is.
Someone's the Balenciaga one, whatever they are. If you haven't got your black Adidas copper do your Monreals on, what were they called? Copper
Mondials,
yeah. If you haven't got them on, you haven't got your all black boots on. Nah, just fucking.
What are we chatting price wise on the LVs?
LVs are 885,
Wow.
but they're like Astros.
Oh,
So they're obviously made for fashion. I'll obviously put a picture up here now that we're talking about them. But
Whoa.
if I go to fucking goals and speak and see someone in them, you're getting lashed into the wall.
Game on.
Yeah, because Balenciaga did it, didn't he, like a couple of years ago, and it just looked like your what do all the Everton fans wear?
Oh, here we go, you copyright. Sketches.
No, not
No,
Skechers.
Slazzengers.
No, not
Golders.
Slazzers either.
But that was what the old Ripped was for ages, weren't it?
The ones from Sports Direct, what they call?
Yeah, Slazzengers.
It wasn't
No,
Slazzers.
there's a few. There's
Lonsdale.
goalers.
Lonsdale.
Lonsdale.
Ah,
Yeah,
gives
like
a
a pair
break,
of them.
will
Yeah,
ya?
they do.
Yeah.
That was someone ran on the pitch or something with a pair of slip-ons on once, and we just got finished for it, didn't we?
You got it.
Yeah, it was me, Dad. But the Soffies away days, the lot was there causing murder. Everton boys making all
The
the
toffees are
noise.
flying, by the way.
Flying or doing all right?
I mean, flying for the toffees. Like,
Yeah,
Where
you're
you
right
were,
there.
you must be.
2 defeats. That's it.
Yeah, you
Since
can't
he's
take
come
anything away from
Who
Moyes, but
did you lose to?
Yeah. Well, they
Good
beat us
question.
at home, didn't they? 2-2.
what a question.
Yeah,
Liverpool
they
was
had to
one.
beat Liverpool 2-2 actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cop-eyed.
But then, obviously, Liverpool beat us, didn't they, a couple of weeks ago?
So we
But
only
with our
lost to
offside
Liverpool.
goal. With our offside
What?
goal.
We only lost to Liverpool since Moyes has
No,
got
Villa,
the
his
wheel.
first game, Villa.
Oh, yeah.
But you're on like a 10-game unbeaten streak, obviously, into Liverpool.
Yeah.
Easy, like.
But then you're flying again, Forest there.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
again, by the time this comes out, we should be... Liverpool should be champions as well.
Liverpool
Yeah,
should be
yeah.
champions.
Yeah.
Should be.
Should be.
If not,
Touch wood.
it's going to be a different conversation on the
Yeah,
next
yeah.
podcast.
It'll be interesting. I would be baffled if Liverpool through this
No,
way
it's
now.
going to happen.
Yeah.
We're going to beat Leicester this weekend.
Yeah.
Arsenal are going to win, but then we can beat
Then
Spurs
that's
next
it then, innit?
Sunday. Straight out on the aisle.
Game on.
Yeah.
It's live.
You know what? Like I'm trying to get tickets for it at the moment. We're speaking to.
The Spurs
Do you
game?
know? Yeah, the Spurs one. What's in it? Natasha Dowie, is it? Do you know like the record appearance holder for Liverpool ladies?
Mm.
And she'd come in the shop the other day to the shop to drop a bag in to get fixed.
Brilliant.
And she was like asking me, we just have a nice chat, and she was asking me, "Do you go to the game?" I said, "If I can get a ticket, yeah." Because I had to literally pay $250 on a ticket the other day just to go
Yeah.
Newcastle game because it's fast. Like, I
Liverpool,
said, "What about
like,
you?" And she
not
went,
like the People's Club, are we? You know, we look after our own here.
well, she was like, I said, "Do you go to the game?" Like, obviously, because she's ambassador now for the club, and she said, "No, even as an ambassador, I can't get tickets."
No way.
Yeah,
No,
she said,
I'm not surprised.
it's mad. Like,
Wow. Do you know, there's only 6,000 postcodes with season tickets that are in Liverpool. So out of your, what's you old there, 50-odd thousand or something?
Yeah, it's like late
No,
50s.
60.
isn't
There's
it?
only 6,000 of them who are registered an L postcode.
yes.
So,
Right, I'm going to have to see the stats on that.
Ah,
No, it's a
well,
bit of a mad
Google it.
on that one.
I swear to
I'm gonna
God,
have to see the
have a
facts
nose
on
into
that.
it. I
Because
am
you know what,
telling you now.
I had a
Yours-
season
you're
ticket
the
back
dirty
in the
blue nose.
90s,
Hmm.
and I stupid. So literally the way I got it, wrote to the club. Who writes now? An actual letter. Yeah, posted it out like, hello. Yeah, I want a season ticket. Literally said Cop or the Paddock at the time, which was where the players come out.
Yeah.
They were literally within a week got back. Yeah, we've got Paddock tickets available, season ticket. Do you want one? I was like, sound.
Hmm.
330 quid it was at the time.
Wow, imagine that now.
Yeah.
That's one game.
But then, like, got the ticket, had it for like 3 seasons, I think it was. And then at that time, do you remember when I was saying about my dad made us start working in the chippy at a
Yeah,
young
yeah.
age? He's like, right, you can have to start working in the chippy, you can't go to the match anymore.
So Dad had to get legs.
So literally, someone in the shop, one of his customers, was like, oh, I'll take the tickets off you for a couple of seasons.
Of course he will.
And then I think he was giving me like 30 quid a season just to keep it in my name, but he was going. And then he just never come back, changed the name on it and everything.
No way.
Yeah.
He's done yet?
Yeah, done. Never had a
He's
season
actually
ticket again.
right off.
And now you can't even get on the waiting list
For that.
for the season tickets.
Anything on that?
What?
6,000?
I've actually just seen 20%. 20%. So what's that?
20% of 50,000 is...
10.
But how many season tickets do they give out? Or do you mean 20% of the season tickets?
Well, what season tickets then? Probably about 35, 40,000, isn't it? Because the other 10,000 just go straight to the Norwegians anyway. So, the last... Yeah?
Yeah, so 21% of Liverpool's season tickets were in L or the Whittle postcodes,
Ooh,
which
Mad,
is like,
man.
that's pretty small percentage.
No, it's
that
scandalous.
is low. That's bad, that.
It's all about money, though, isn't it?
And you can't complain because without all that money, where are you going and pulling all these boss players from and all that nonsense? So you're at a lose straight away, but just put your iPad away for us, will you? It's boring. I played last night.
Where about?
See at old high school, still having a go there. Tennis ball, 6 aside of us. No, them proper audible yellow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, still having a go there. Like, a few decent players turned up there last night.
You know they were still a thing, those yellow.
And was it indoor?
What?
Indoor,
yeah,
okay,
standard.
okay.
You know what I mean, don't you?
I know exactly,
stupid balls
I know
used
exactly
indoor.
what you mean. Seal Road, so on Seal Road, I used to live, that's where I grew up here. Molyneux Close.
Local, you.
Molyneux Close, right over the road from there.
Ah.
Yeah, fun fact.
You should have come down Monday. I told you to come down Monday. I play, like, we do it on a Monday, half pitch, 11 aside. Yeah, it's tight, like, but it's boss, you know what I mean?
Decent game.
Decent standard, yeah. Not
Gotta have a good touch,
tackles,
gotta have a good touch.
Yeah, the only thing we don't do, because we're old fellas, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No slide tackles. We've all got jobs the next day, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it does make sense. I just let them out the corner. It gets horrible in the corner, doesn't it? Standard that.
No,
but I know what, I haven't played 11 side for ages. Australia was probably the last game played. They're not worth talking about out there.
You need to get involved on a Monday.
Yeah.
But it's mad, because I started that thing again, didn't I? The Chris Park thing.
How's it going?
It's out, yeah. No, literally, to be honest, I started it last week, but I had to basically stop it because I felt rough as midweek, flu-y type something, whatever it was.
And
so
your
I started
body just
properly
laughing
this
at you.
week, but I need it because it's just, I need targets to go for. So if I'm too easy to go, right, finish work, go home, sit on the couch and not move. And then I just start thinking.
I'm like that.
Thinking. Whereas I do this, I don't know if you want what the Chris Park thing is. It's boss, like, he does a 12-week course, basically, where he sets everything out for you, and his results are ridiculous. So, like, I don't know if you can pull up some of the results. I've done it. This is my 3rd time now.
Really? So what, once a year?
Yeah, so I'll just do, like, get summer
leading
ready,
up to the
you know
summer.
what I mean?
Yeah, that one,
so literally just started that again, so I'll be finished by June-ish.
Okay.
Like June time. And it just gives you a pure target, and it's also you don't actually see Chris himself until like the end of it when you do your photos, but he sends you everything over through an app. You go through it all. He does all your dietary, all based on your weight, height, measurements galore.
And work, your routine.
Yeah,
but
like he's on you every week. You have to send pictures over every week. You speak to him. He's on the end of the phone whenever you need him. He's boss like.
Yeah.
But it just boss for me mental health as well, you know, because it gets me in the gym. It gives me something to target and work towards. Like, whereas if I haven't got that, I find it too easy just to go, I can't be bothered going to the gym
And the
tonight.
opposite, you know, I have never ever done a PT session ever. I've just never paid someone for that. I genuinely have just given it.
It's not a PT as such. You
No,
just got your workout because it's just there in the app, so you just work along that.
Yeah.
But it's just because I've got a target. That's it. It's too easy just to go home and just be like, oh, I'm not doing that tonight. Can't bother making an excuse not to go to the gym or whatever it is. Or as it more mentally for me than anything. Like
diet.
Well, the diet as well. So that is now proper implemented in my life from the very first time I did it with him.
Okay.
Because it's taught me the good, the bad, the ugly of a diet and all like that. But don't get me wrong, I'll still go out. I'll eat like a pizza or have a bevy and that. Yeah. But I'll know how to work it off. But I'll also know like sort of what's going in, and then I'll counterbalance it with other stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then, so it just makes me more conscious. Whereas before, I'll just be shoving crap
anything and everything,
loads into my mouth. So
it's mad though, isn't it? Now how you look at a lot of the fitness world and stuff like that, and it can be done from nowhere near you. They can just give you that plan. They can give you the routine, the exercise, the workout, and you're just left to your own devices. I think that's unbelievable, because if I was kind of given a workout and I was left to it, I'm probably the worst person. I'm probably not going to do watching someone swinging kettlebells or whatever. I'm not going to go and do that.
That's why you've got no muscles, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, my hands are massive. I'm messing you. No, fair play. Though 12 weeks, you stick in with the 12 weeks.
Yeah. So I said, it's my third time doing it now.
Yeah.
And it's in the last 3 years.
So what's the target this time?
Just to be like
massive.
Just massive, innit? Get swollen for summer and that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sound. Have you seen the latest one?
Which?
Everyone's on these skinny pens or whatever they're calling them.
Yeah.
They're dangerous.
Do you reckon?
I know.
Yeah, they are.
Unless you need it.
I get, yeah, like there's people out there who are using it who don't need to be on it. Like two lads the other day spoke to who were doing it, and they're running marathons and stuff.
No way.
But they just don't want to eat dirty, if you want to say that. So they're using that to suppress their appetite. So that for me, it's just mentally, you need to get over that to be able to...
That's unhealthy, that.
Do it properly, do you know what I mean? You don't need a skinny pen for that.
I'd like to think if I'm running a marathon, then my body needs every single thing it can get to
I just don't
finish a marathon.
Well, then I think someone said to me the other day that one of them ended up going to A&E because he had chest pains or stomach pains, something along. You're thinking, well, that's probably why it's not.
I know a girl who ended up in the Aussie from it.
I can just go and do 12 weeks with Chris.
Well, that's it, yeah. But I just think it isn't, like, some people do need it, you know what I mean? It's like, if it gives them that kick to be able to move on to something. And again, it comes down to a mental thing, potentially, again, because you're not enabling yourself to probably go in the gym because they might not feel comfortable. Like, even, I'm not fat by all means, but when I started the Chris Park thing, I'm in the David Lloyd, but I hated going to David Lloyd.
Why?
Because in one sense I felt intimidated and not confident enough to go and use what I needed to use in there. So I'd get there, and if my mate wasn't meeting me there, I'd go and run on the treadmill and then get off.
Okay.
Because I didn't feel comfortable enough to go into what I call Muscle Beach, you know what I mean? It's like where all the
that
pure
one by
units
me,
are.
that dedicated fitness.
Yeah.
That's me in there. I am so out of place in there. This
Exactly.
10.5 stone
But
is
now
just not
it's
happening.
got into my head because I know what I'm doing, and I'm not asked about anyone else. I'll walk in there and I'll go and do what I need to do and get out. That's it. Because I know everyone's there for the same thing. They're not there to look at you and go, oh, the kip of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get you there. Everyone has got their own little way of going about it and exercise, and I just think, just eat less and move more, you'll be all right, and that's how I go.
Yeah, but that's you. But for the Steve down the road, he really struggles with confidence and everything like that. That's why the skinny pen might help him to give him that push to get moving a bit more, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
makes
don't
sense.
think, like, it is a bit like, what are you putting in your body? But if it does get you moving...
Well, what is actually in it? That's what I mean. Anyone know?
No idea.
There's one which, I've forgotten, begins with O, which is actually a diabetes pen.
Okay.
Ozempic?
Yeah, that one. There's that one, but then the other one, the new one, which is actually designed for just being a skinny pen as such, is Monjaro. And that one's like the latest one that they're all jumping on.
Educating me. I've just heard about it and heard the negatives, and I was like, why is this even catching on?
Like
you know
the,
what I mean?
the one, what's it called again, beginning with O?
Ozempic.
That one, I believe, can make you feel like rough headaches, a bit sick and stuff like that. But also, I've learned through different people, it's where you're injected as well.
Okay.
So if you inject it in your thigh or your tricep, then it breaks down slower into your body. So where it reaches, by the time it reaches where it needs to reach, it's broken down enough so your body doesn't go, wow, what's this?
Yeah, it makes sense, that, to be fair.
Whereas a lot of people were doing it in the stomach, and that's when they were going, oh, God, I feel...
If you put anything straight into your derby, you're going to cry about it, aren't you, to be fair? Yeah,
so,
no good, that.
That's what I mean. So, as I said, that's just me personally. I think mental health is a massive thing with it, and it's getting over the obstacles to be able to enable you to do what you'd want to do in the sense of weight loss, fitness, anything like that. Not everyone's got the confidence just to walk into somewhere in the condition they're in and go, right, I'm just going to smash this. And I said, I was skinny.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get a bit more muscle.
Yeah.
So, like, but there's people who are obviously a little bit bigger who might want to lose weight before
everyone's
they go and
different,
do that.
aren't they, trying to get a different goal?
Yeah.
And that is brilliant that you can have Chris's services or Chris's program or whatever tailored to you, whereas if he's just, there's that workout, it's not going to do what everyone needs it to do. So whereas he can necessarily tell you what you need to eat, or he can tell you what you need to do at this time, that's massive, isn't it, to be fair?
It's massively educating. Like, I never knew what a macro was. I thought that was a place in Kirby. You know what I mean? That's what my dad used to take me when as a kid, a place in macro. But your macros, your carbs, your proteins,
all
your
of
fats,
that.
all that. Like, I stick to that. Like,
sweet then. So we see us jacked in 12 weeks. Well, you jacked in 12 weeks.
Yeah, when I'm doing this podcast in 12 weeks with no top on, you know what I mean?
Mind your business.
Yeah, like,
fair enough.
Yeah.
But that isn't the only thing we've helped people out with this week, is it? We've had a brilliant thing going ahead this week with the Whitechapel, haven't we?
We have, mate. Yeah.
We've helped them massively with, I think we give them about 25 pairs of shoes, about 4 bin bags worth of shoes, weren't it? Which is something we are going to be doing on a regular basis going forward. We have got our Grael Foundation, and we would always love to get shoes to anyone who needs them. And we a lot of restores with ourselves, so we can restore them. If you do bring them in, you need some work, we can restore them before they get passed on. And yeah, that's massive for us, isn't it, with the foundation?
Nice. Obviously, we've said it for a long time, we want to give back, so we set up the Grael Foundation. We've probably not done enough of what we want to do so far, but it is something we're pushing on with. So basically bring down anyone wants to choose, we'll tidy them up if need be. If they're not, and then we can sell them and the full money goes back to the foundation. But if they're not going to be sellable as such, but they're still wearable, we will donate them to the Whitechapel.
Yeah.
We are hugely grateful, obviously, for any help we can give.
It goes back to a lot of the homeless and stuff like that, isn't it?
Yeah,
and giving
massively.
them stuff they need, which is brilliant. I think it's something we could definitely kick up and get right off the ground this year. I think it's important for us to give back, as you said, isn't it? It's important for us.
We want to do some sort of fundraising thing, so if there's any ideas of any fundraising events that you've got, I know, did I tell you I'm doing one with my brother?
Ah, yeah.
So you know my brother does, don't you?
Yeah.
You probably won't know. So my brother's got a company called My Haunted Project.
Okay.
Not everyone's cup of tea.
What was that fella's years ago? What was that fella on telly?
Derek Accorda, that one.
That one. Yeah, remember him?
So,
your kid.
Yeah, so my brother has a pub over the water, which is classed as like the most haunted pub in the UK. So what he's set up is the upstairs, which is a hotel, is he's got like every part of the pub's cameraed 24-hour, but he does events in there where you just basically go and spend the night and you just go around and all mad stuff happens. But then he's just also got a place in Pendle. Do you know anything about Pendle?
Never heard of it.
The Pendle Witch Trial. So he's got this big old barn house in Pendle, completely empty, which is where all witch sort of stuff gone on. So again, it's another stupid.
How'd you find that though? That's not a right move.
I know. Leave that to
On
me.
the dark web, that means.
Yeah. So he has all these mad stuff going on. So basically, what I'm going to do is go and do a night by myself in the Pendle one to raise money for the foundation.
Fair play.
Yeah, but I'll have, it's all camera so you can watch it live and everything.
Yeah, I'll be watching.
But also people can put in saying, go and do this, go and do that, do you know what I mean?
No way.
Yeah, and I'm there by myself.
When's that?
We're sorting out for a few weeks.
Ooh.
So obviously we'll put it up there, and then if anyone wants to donate, we'll get it all to the foundation.
You couldn't pay me to do that, you know?
Yeah.
It's just not happening. Scary films, yeah. Like proper scary films, not them ones where like they're running upstairs and all that nonsense and getting chased. Scary films and spicy foods just serve no purpose in my life. And I know you're going to go, what are you on about, yeah? But them two things, yeah, I just think are the most pointless things on earth. I'll never get why someone wants to sit there scared watching a film. Just tell me why. Right. And then the second one, why on earth would you want to eat like a curry or something and you're sweating over it? I just don't get that. They just serve no purpose in my life at all.
Fair
I have to agree with you.
Yeah. There is no point in them. Scary films and scary stuff, just nah.
That's the end of the second episode of the Grael Podcast. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Hopefully you made it this far anyway. We do have a very exciting guest coming up on our next episode. So if you would like to head on over to our Instagram, Grael Liverpool, you'll find all our content, updates, everything on there. We would like to see you fire in some questions also, get some suggestions in there. And as always, we'll see you next time. See you later.